shows you how to go from the very start right to the very end. Preparing the floor properly, all the way up through coloring the floor and sealing that color into the floor properly. I think you'll be quite impressed with what you're able to achieve with the Lavina Pro system. I'd like to ask you to sit back, relax, listen closely as I'll be narrating the entire video. If you have questions, please visit www.superabrasive.com.
Step 1 is an optional step, 30 grit metal bond quick change diamond tooling. This is for preparing the concrete properly. The new magnetic quick change diamond tooling is awesome. You can see the magnets inside the trapezoidal quick change slot. You see here, it's real easy to just slide the tools right in. The magnet holds them in, and you're done. Nothing's faster. You want to move forward and backwards over each pass. It's recommended to ensure proper coverage. Pay close attention to the overlap. Make sure you're using about 20% of the machine. Remember, your painting is only as good as your canvas, so prep the concrete slowly and do it right. It'll come out fantastic. Important to clean the floor between each diamond step to remove the aggressive concrete dust and the expelled diamonds that are on the floor from the previous step. Step number 2 is another optional metal bond step, 70 grit metal bond quick change tools. Run between 5 and 700 RPM, the same way you ran the 30 grit metal bond quick change tools. You'll use the same movements with the 70 grit that you use with the 30 grit metal bond grinding, including the speed and RPM of the machine. Remember, you can grind and polish in any direction with a Lavina Pro machine. Just make sure you use the proper overlap and hit the entire floor. Don't forget to clean. Step number 3 is the 120 metal bond grinding step. You may start with the step number 3 120 metal bond. It's entirely up to you and what your floor and your customer's looking for. We run these between 5 and 700 RPM as well. Remember to clean the floor with your vacuum or auto scrubber in between every step of diamond tooling used. This will ensure a fantastic polish. Step number 4, we're moving into the foam heads. These are Velcro backed polishing pads. The 50 grit resin is the next on the list. You're going to run these at 800 RPM. Check and make sure the pads are not sticking out farther than the foam head. That way they don't cut the skirt while they're spinning around at 800 RPM. You might notice that the machine wobbles. Well, check this out. The machines wobble simply because the floor is uneven and they self-level as they go. That's just simply awesome technology. There's no gouging of the floor with a Lavina Pro machine. Oh yeah, and we take our planetary right to the edge. Pay close attention to the overlap of the machine passes. We use one of the forks on the machine that connect the base to the handle as seen here. Arrow number 1 is showing you your previous cut line, and arrow number 2 is showing you where on the machine you're going to be overlapping. Simple as can be. Important to clean the floor between each diamond step to remove the aggressive concrete dust and the expelled diamonds that are on the floor from the previous step. Because we're going to be coloring the floor with an Ameripolished dye product, we're going to be applying Lavina SPS Premium Densifier. Here are the things you're going to be needing to apply the densifier. Spray and mop on liberally. Make sure of complete coverage of the concrete surface. You're going to be using that microfiber mop that was in your list and that fine misting conical tipped air pump sprayer. As you can see, it's pretty simple to apply. This is a job best done with minimum of 2 people. One person mops while the other person's spraying the product on the floor. You want to let it dry completely to the touch and then run your next step of diamond tooling. This product is fast, simple, and very effective. Step number 5, 100 grit resin NATO pads. Going to want to remove the 50 grits first. Take the time to clean the bottom of the machine between each step for optimum polishing results. Concrete floor should start feeling extremely smooth to the touch after this step is completed.